Hello everyone, welcome to my tutorial. Today we are going to discuss about the switch statement, which is a kind of condition checking equal to the if else and if else statement, but there are some differences and we are going to talk about this. Okay, so first let's look at the syntax, and the syntax is switch. Okay, and we put a variable name, and then we test for the value of that variable. Okay, so we test for the value of this variable. Okay, and how do we test? We call it like the case first, case, and then this is going to the value of the variable, okay, and then colon. Okay, and if this value of the variable is true, then it will execute statement here. Okay, put a colon, and then we have a statement we need to put is break. Remember that this is optional. Okay, and then the same way, if this value is not true, then we can go for another checking, and then we check for value of variable. Don't forget to put the colon here. Okay, value of the variable, and then if that is true, we put execute statement, and then of course we have the break, which is optional again. And if this one is true, if this value is true, then this statement will be executed, this part, and then because of the break, the next statement will be executing after the switch statement. So that is the next statement after switch. Why? Because this is the end of my switch statement. Okay, and then if this is if you don't put the break here, what will happen? This one will execute, and then the rest of the statements will be executed as well. Okay, so let's get into some of the coding, and I already have prepared one Java file for you to look into. This is the switch statement.java file, and see that I have declared a variable here, int day equals 7. That is the value I'm going to test. And then this is another one. Okay, char score A, capital A. All right, if you click on here, this will give you, double click, this will give you the full view of the file. Okay, so let's do that. And this is the beginning of my if statement, the switch statement. So big of switch statement, and this is the switch statement ends here. Okay, see, if you put the cursor over there, it points at the end. Now you have the case. Okay, and this is the value we are going to test. So we are going to test if case 1, then we'll print out. If case 2, we'll print out this. If case 3, we print out this, like that. Okay, and you can see like there is a default. So if none of the above statements are true, then this will be executing, the default will be executing. It's like your else statement, right? If the condition is true, that's okay, the statement will be executed. But if nothing, if nothing executes, then you have a else statement, right? And the default is the same as the switch statement. Okay, and as I said, like the break statement is what? The break statement is an optional one. So let's say we are going to do what? We are going to do 5. Okay, and now let's run it. So the 5 should be matching with this one, right? 5 is Friday. Okay, so now let's run it. Run as Java application, and see the Friday is printed. Okay, but see, like why the weekend actually came again. The weekend shouldn't be there, right? Because this block is true, case 5 is true, but because we didn't put the break statement, so it actually printed everything underneath that. Okay, so if we just put the break statement, okay, and let's run it. Run as Java application, and then you see like it's only printed Friday. Okay, the default is not printed. Okay, let's do it again. Like if we are going to change the value here to 3 and we don't put the break statement, and let's now run it. Run as Java application, and then it's interesting, right? It just printed. Oh, okay, so I had to actually remove this, uncomment as, and then run it. Okay, so you see like we have got Wednesday printed because we are testing the day equals 3, day equals 3, and which one is matching here? The value for day is 3 is matching here, so this block is printed. But because we don't have a break statement, it came to Thursday and then there is a break here, so it broke out from our switch statement. Okay, this is how it works. All right, so let's put it back. Okay, so this we are testing with a number, right, like case A, but we can actually test with a char value, right? For example, let's say a student gets an A, okay, and we want to convert that character to a numeric number. Okay, and it follows over here. If you see, we have another switch statement, and there I am evaluating the value of score, which I defined it over there to be a char value. Okay, now I'm saying like if case A, okay, if the value of this, so remember always that we test the value of variable, and in this case this is A, right? Sorry, in this case this is score, the value of the score. So if the value of the score is A, print this. If the value of score is B, print this, or default you just print this one. Okay, so let's say run it. And you can see that this is printed 90, right? And if I am going to comment it out, and then we'll be printing everything. Java application, and then see it actually printed everything. Okay, so that's all about the switch statement. We have to remember that switch statement is faster than if else statement. But the benefit of if else statement is that you can check multiple conditions and you can nest it, right? But with the switch statement we cannot do that. Okay, but you know, again, you have to always compare like which one is going to be performing well, and you should know which logic better suits your condition, and that is how you have to program it. Okay, so that's the end of the tutorial. It was short and in the next tutorial we'll be starting on the loops. Okay, till then, goodbye.